Cancer.
Hello, Cancer. This is your forecast for February of 2013. And we're going to start out talking a little bit about what you might feel that you've been sacrificing lately. It looks like many of you have felt that you've had to put your own needs aside, or that somebody else has been more important, like having to be the martyr of sorts. But that's only going to last a few more months, and then you just see that there's a lot of this beautiful, exuberant energy coming in to your personality and back out to the world. So in this time where you feel something may be laying a little still and you can't really grab it, use this time to meditate. Use this time to visualize. Jupiter is currently in your 12th house for the subconscious, and in your spiritual karmic house. So the upside of this is that Jupiter is giving you a little rest, so that you can go in, tune in to look at these talents that you've brought with you from past lives as well. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to this little guiding voice that you get, that you channel every once in a while, and you'll see how things are really going to start coming together for you here first half of this year. Anyhow, let's look at where your Venus and Mars, they're changing signs here very early now, a couple days into February. So whatever you've been working on here, January, I see that it has very much so been a focus on relationships, your partner, your significant other, or also in working partnerships. So you've put a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of concern into this, and now you'll start seeing that it's going to take on a different shape and form. And Mars has been working on the format in your life that has to do with how you can negotiate, how you can balance, how you can improve your finances through perhaps groups or contractual assignments. It could be commissions and royalties, and seeing maybe how you could create some more income going that way. So Venus is going to follow in here, and Mars has kind of open the route for you, so to speak, and Venus is all about money. So I think that you'll start seeing some conclusions coming together for you in that area. Also, Venus is going to be very much so more romantic this month as it moves into Pisces. So you're going to be much more attuned to heartfelt feelings and emotions, like wearing your heart on a sleeve. You might experience that this month will be that much more passionate too, because it is in your 8th house, the Scorpion house. So you may enjoy that very much. Mars, where is your drive going this month? I see it moving into the 9th house. So it's a time for you to kind of reach out with studies. You know, you might get some lectures or insights, do some courses, or you might just spend a lot of time online researching various things that you feel is going to be important to you. Then Mars is all about preparing the next stage. Always, it's about the next stage, where you're heading on your ascend. You're climbing to the top there, which is going to end up in the career field, which is only once every 2 years. You'll get a little slice of time there. You're not currently there now, but Mars is preparing for where you want to achieve your fame and honors in your career. So try to think about that when you're spending time doing your research and your courses, because whatever you plant right now, this is what's going to give you back here in just a little while, coming up here in springtime. And then, of course, yes, for a lot of you Cancerians, you're changing. There is a lot of radiant energy around you. There might be changes at work. This might frighten a few of you if you're not asking for change, but change coming to you out of the blue. But don't worry, you know, open your arms and embrace this, because it's actually taking you from here, dropping you off over there. And a lot of you are going to be feeling this over the next few years. Uranus is going to have a transit for several years there. So this is especially for you early Cancerians, so I'd probably say those born in the first third of the sign. So, yeah. It's also looking now for you how you can improve relationships with your children. There might be questions whether to have more children now and if that is a good time, or whether it's not a good time to have children. You might see that your children might need you more at this point in time. And let me see, your new moon is going to fall in your third house of communications, so there might be some short trips coming up here. You might also plant your intentions for the month on the 9th, February 9th, new moon, within this area. If you haven't been able to share enough time with your siblings or with your current neighbors in your neighborhood, the smaller community, you might want to plant those intentions there so you can get more from it as the month kind of proceeds here towards the full moon. And also I'm seeing that Neptune is going to be with you for a long time in the 9th house, so many of you will be soul searching and seeking higher understanding. Some of you may be leaning more and more into spirituality and metaphysics and religion, that kind of thing, or also where your heart is going out more to those in need as well. But let's take a look at a few of the planetary aspects for this month and what you can expect. The beginning of the month is going to be really nice. We have Mars and Neptune conjunct here on the 4th. So that is very early in the week. And this is all communications that you can have with men. Ideal communications, ideal interactions. It's also you feeling empowered. Mars is that power and that drive to reach for something that you feel is or could inspire you. What is it you would like to work with, for example? That could be it, and especially since this is the 9th house, you might also be investigating places, far away places, dreaming about going to some resort on some island or foreign countries as well. And there could be interactions and communications with you and somebody out of country. And then we have a very busy time on the 5th and 6th, and I think you will enjoy this because there are out of the ordinary surprising events taking place, and it could have to do with romance because Venus is involved. And with the surprising energy of Uranus coming in, that will just, from the least expected place or source or type of person that you normally would be attracted to, you might find yourself being attracted to somebody who's much older or much younger, something of that shocking nature, but it's fun. And then I'm seeing how this communication coming from this event may be very inspiring to you. Mercury and Neptune is there, so a lot of communication, also on the 5th and 6th. And also then Venus and Jupiter being trine. So once again, I get this feel of either other countries, or you might meet somebody from a different cultural background that may be coming in. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. At least whoever this person is extremely charming and will win you over in a heartbeat. So on the 10th, there might be some miscommunications. There might be something that's a little difficult to deal with, or you might just feel emotionally that something is shut off or shut down, or communication isn't hitting the spot where you would want it to land. And this is for you in the area of love and romance. It's hitting your 5th house here, and Venus here from the 8th. So, but don't let it disturb you too much, because it's not going to be a long-lasting frazzle. You might be frazzled a few hours or maybe just a day, but then I see a deep healing type conversation coming in to put those pieces together again, so it wasn't as bad as you had feared. And then here on the 15th, we got Mars and Pluto. They are trine. This is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, you can move mountains on this day. So whatever you have scheduled of heavy duty things, or if you're moving, you know, this would be the time to do it, because you're going to have all the oomph to get you where you need to go. There is also anything, power tools that might be important. You can work that type of equipment perfectly on this day. And you may also see that the men around you here on the 15th will be extremely charismatic and sexy. So the sun is moving into Pisces, so it's going to be accompanying here all the Piscean energy, and Venus is coming into the sign, Mercury's there. All of this is really touching your spirit and your need and your longing for healing, your longing for love, and to reach out to those that you love, and also people perhaps that you want to heal. And then we have a very busy end of the month where Venus is then entering Pisces, as I just mentioned. You will have a situation where you're going to have to make some decisions. That's on the 25th. The Sun and Jupiter will be a little bit at odds with each other on that day. And you may not know exactly what to do about it right away, since Jupiter is still hidden there in your 12th house. So it's like, but you will find it. You will find the solution. Don't push yourself. It looks like whatever is stuck that day, just right in behind it, I see you coming to some kind of a creative solution, and then I see you taking action just like that. So for you Cancerians, it's all about trusting your instincts. They're really strong now at this time. With Jupiter in the 12th, it is helping you on inner levels, your spiritual levels. Maybe not as much in the external yet. That's coming here summer. But right now it's all about you attuning to more of who you are and how you can grow your spirit and how you can expand. And all of this is also healing, because you're also wrapping away 12 years cycle. Go back 12 years, you were there at that time. Right now this is concluding itself. You've been on a long journey across the scope, all around it, and now coming out here summertime and starting a 12 new year cycle. So it's good to be where you are at the moment. The end of the month is ending on a very romantic note. We got Venus and Neptune, so if you have any plans, try to put it around the 28th, as that is big time, dream time, otherworldly type of romance. Venus and Neptune. So I'll see you next month. It was nice seeing you. Bye for now.